And a little cool thing is, and also, I don't remember if I did this on purpose. I think I just did it in the moment because it sounded cool. And then as I was doing it, I was like, yo, which was probably, which there was a lot of things like that on the EP, and it could have been a God idea, not my idea. But, is, you know, you have the whole, I don't know how loud this is, but you have the whole Throw Me Away thing going on. And then what does it do after that? Is it goes to, and then the melody starts in reverse. So you're rewinding all the way back to
Kanye West moment.
I don't know why it's not here. I was waiting to hear the little, but you know what I'm talking about.
The whole thing at the beginning, the sink in the ocean, drink it, or whatever, reverses across the... Oh, wow.
That's that main melody, it's this. And then it reverses.
Dude, that's...
So it's kind of like
an
audio representation of you're starting straight from the top again. And also, the song is repetitive. It just is, but that's the point. That's the point.
I don't ever find myself saying, like, oh, this is a repetitive song. No, I find myself going, I want to hear it again.
That's also because I purposely made it short, so you kind of just, you know, you want to listen to it again. But, bro, I mean, okay, so I was gonna show, this is not really an answer to your question, but I said it earlier, but, yeah, I was listening to, you know who Judson Roy is?
Yep. He was on Henrik's EP, right? And he did this song, My Time, right? Last Time?
Yeah, that's him. So, I was talking to him, and he likes a lot of hardcore music, and we were talking about the band Under Oath, and then he was like, bro, I like them too, and I was like, for real? And then that made me want to listen to him, so I listened to him, and this was at the time where I had just recorded Throw Me Away. I'm pretty sure all the vocals were recorded for the most part, and I was listening, and I was like, I had been listening to the song in the car, Throw Me Away. I was listening to it in the car and texting him at the same time. And I'm thinking, man, it's just not heavy enough. Like, it's just not, I don't know. It's meant to be dark because the message of it, it's meant to have a darkness and a grittiness to it. I think gritty is a better word than darkness. And I'm not talking about Fortnite gritty.
Yeah. No, I got you.
And so I'm listening to it going, man, it sounds thin. It needs an edge. And then he's like, we're talking about hardcore music, and then I listened to some stuff that I just used to listen to all the time, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to scream. Like, I'm going to try to scream as a background layer to this song, and let me see if it will... I don't know why these are not playing. I have all these vocals up, and they're not playing, but some of them are just... They're kind of buried. Like, you don't really hear them, but it's kind of a layering thing. And other ones, like the outro one, before it goes into that reverse thing. I mean, I really could just break down all the layers to this part real quick and just show you how the Scream one made its way in. So I think this is the main one. So I have this high one. I'm talking about the Throw Me Away, give me a cage, give me a place to hide. You know that part? So there's this high one. And then there's this one, which is just like a pitch down, like kind of monster voice, very basic. Everyone does that. And then there's this one. I don't know if this is the Scream one. Oh no, there's a harmony. And then there's this one, which I think is going to be the Scream one, which is just, I'm not possessed, bro. I promise, bro. So that's that scream at the end.
How did you get that out of you, bro?
I watched the YouTube video. I looked it up. I was like, how to scream. And then, like, it was low-key way more difficult than I thought. And it wasn't more difficult, but it was different than I thought because there's actually, like, a method to it. And you're not really screaming so much as you're, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I, like, almost first tried it. Like, I was like, okay, I'm going to try that. And then I did it, and it just worked out. And then all the layers. So they're kind of buried in there, but yeah, that's what I was referencing earlier. So I just wanted to show that real quick of like, influences don't really affect me in the way of, I want to make a song like this person. It's more of, I want to do an ad lib like this person, and I want to do a chorus like this person.
It's a ton of stuff.
Yeah. So that's why it's hard to answer when people are just like, oh, what was your inspiration for this? And it's like, man, where do I start? So
yeah, no, I got that. We can
go to home. We can go to home if that's your next thing.
I wrote a song with like inspirations from Casting Crowns, Mark Schultz, and like a chorus from a modern pop artist. I forgot who, but
exactly. But those are the best songs, bro.
Yeah, with like the tons of stuff that you can hear. You know. Okay, so now on to Home. Home is a gorgeous song. It's beautifully written and well orchestrated. My question in relation to this song is, what stroke of genius led you to adding that little upbeat piece near the end? And I added this part. I added this next part of the question because I wanted to explain more of why I was asking about that upbeat part. But you kind of answered it in the beginning. I said, because if I'm not wrong, the song leans more toward a worship CCM vibe, which is what you said, that when you were making the song, you were listening to like worship music. And so yeah, and then we get this indescribable 10-second slice of heaven. I gotta tell you, when I was little, because I listen to the songs on my phone, my speaker, my AirPods, my TV. I listen to anywhere. So I got Apple Music on my TV, right? I'm playing the Home. Then the whole thing's going, and I'm like, man, for like a softer, slower tempo and whatever, like this is feeling pretty good. I'm liking this. And then that thing, that little like, I don't know what, but I was just like, my eyes like popped out of my head, and I was like, what is this? It's amazing. I need a whole song. Like, it was just, yeah.
And I mean, it seems obvious to ask, but you're talking about the bridge of, I fall to my knees and tears are falling down my face.
Yeah, and it starts off with that same kind of like vibe that the whole song was going for. And then it gets into the like very pop, I don't know, pop/rhythm little feel.
I think I just wanted it to have a upbeat thing. I wanted it to be kind of just a switch up. And so like, I mean, I find this more easier to describe things when I have them. So, you have that, there's a piano. There's just a normal piano that was it's the piano that's like throughout the song.
Yeah.
And it's also like, there's a piano at the beginning, but then I was like, I want to do something different, spice it up. And then that's when I did this one. And then once you add that,
a guitar from your dad, right?
Yeah, the guitar, and there's also, I mean, the bass track. You have these guitars right here.
Bass went crazy, bro.
So there's that thing going on, and then obviously that bass. Where is that? It's right here.
Yeah, because the instant you throw that in, it goes crazy.
I don't know. That was just kind of and I kind of think, without thinking about it, there were some inspirations from what's that song? I can't. Midnight till morning, call if you
hold on.
Yeah, there's a vibe there. I can definitely see where I pulled from that bridge. But also I pulled from that bridge for what we had. Love it comes, love it goes.
Oh, dude, I hear it now.
So I feel like both what we had in this, weirdly, because there's such different songs, have a similar bridge. But I don't know. I was just like, man, I don't want the whole thing to be so
Justin Bieber
Sonic. Yeah, or I didn't want Home. Well, I was talking about Home this time. I didn't want Home to be so sonically uh just serious, if that's the right word for it. Like sonically it's a very serious, emotional, like whatever song. And so even though the lyrics stay in that place, I just was like, man, I still want to do something funky and kind of, give it somewhere cool to go. And
That's the
it
word
worked
I was
out.
looking
So
for earlier. Funk.
funky.
Yes, funky. It's a very funky 10-second little kind of break from the song's serious vibe. That's a good way to put it. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Oh, we're on the second page. Wonderful. This one actually, I was looking forward to this question because to the people watching this, him and Roz, right? Roz Creative, the guy who does all the music videos, he explained like the point behind each music video of the songs on the CP,
Yeah.
and that was great. If you haven't, check that out. I saved pictures of it, and I'm probably gonna upload it to my Instagram because Roz doesn't have it on his. It was only available on a story for one day. I had to capture it and might put it up. But the question is, what was the purpose of September Sun being an unpolished or a raw track?
Well, okay, so there's inspirations from X on this vibe.
XXXTentacion?
Yeah.
Or DMX?
So,
Okay. I don't know.
DMX.
I don't know why I just said that.
There would be no, that would be y'all gonna make me lose my mind. No, not DMX, but that was just kind of a random inspiration. But then there's other artists who did it as well. There's a Coldplay song called I think it's Parachute. That one of my friends would always listen to, and it's not voice memo quality. Mine is voice. I recorded the song on my phone.
I literally have it written here. It was recorded off an iPhone.
Yeah. So, not that the Coldplay song was that, but it's very raw. It's very unmixed in its sound.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like it's such a intimate sound when it's just like you have a message. It's kind of a poetically written song. It's not very literal. And I just kind of wanted it to be in its raw form, not really touched up. And also, I didn't want to mix any other songs.
Yeah. But I mean, like you said.
Okay, that's not really one of the main reasons, but that was definitely a contributor. And I was like, man, this is going to be a cool vibe to go for because I'm just going to record it on my phone and be done with it. But
and dude, like you said, the point of the song. It really gets it across. Because when I'm thinking of September Sun, all I can think of is the lyric: "The Son, he has a name, and it's Jesus Christ. He saved my life." End of song. And that's the whole point of the EP, right? How Jesus can save us. As prodigal kids, he can save us.
Definitely. And I just wanted it to be raw, and you're mostly focused on you're focused on the lyrics and the message more than you're focused on, ooh, what's that right there? Ooh, that part of the beat was hard. You're focused on totally different things when it's that kind of song. Like if you go and see someone live, it's amazing to watch them perform with the whole band, and they have this track and they have these lights and whatever. But what you're paying attention to in that performance is going to be completely different, contrasted to what you would pay attention to if that same artist sat down at a piano and sang right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of was just, let's take the focus off all that, and let's just make the song about the message, about the rawness, the emotion, the lyrics. And that was just a cool way I thought of doing it. And I just thought it was cool. I liked the vibe of kind of the low quality demo type sound. And the voice memo, iPhones are too good now. The voice memo sounded good, so I made it worse. I actually made it worse. I put a filter on it, and then I also put a little tape, like static sound on there, like mixed in. Just to make it sound kind of like a VHS video. And yeah, so I mean, that was the purpose of that. And then the video, it was the same kind of thing. It was Roz wanted to capture the same types of thing that I wanted to capture, and we together were just like, I think the best way to do it is let's just film it on your VHS camera, a little VHS like vintage camera, and let's not do anything special, just one shot, perform the song, and just try to make it match the audio of the track. So that was kind of the vibe on that.
Yeah, and then you did that the Manic Nights promo at the same time, right?
Yeah.
I wish, dude. I wish if you ever come to Florida, dude, tell me.
Well, I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. I don't know if it's going to be the next one or the one after, but I saw on the Manic Nights Instagram the other day that it was like, where do you guys want us to do the next show? And I just picked Orlando because I'm from Florida, by the way. So I have family there, and so I would like for example, I've always wanted my cousin like to come to one of my shows. So I was just like Orlando, and that was like the most percentage of what everyone was voting for. So it could very well happen. I don't know how far Orlando is from you, but we'd be in the state at least.
Yeah. So, last question. A few months ago, you announced with a lengthy Instagram post that you were changing your name from, your artist name, from NATO8 to your birth name.
Mm-hmm.
So, although you did explain some of your reason for doing so, do you mind giving your fans a little more in-depth look into the name change?
Yeah, so, like I said before, started music. I was 17 years old. I listened to every single song Juice WRLD ever created in his life, every day of my life. And I listened to, a lot of Juice, Uzi, Trippie, Cardi. I was a big SoundCloud rap fan. And I was like, man, I can make this type of music easily. And at the time, it was also... I'm not shooting for this anymore, but at the time I was shooting for CHH, and I was thinking, man, they don't really have artists like this. They do now, but in that time frame, this was like right at the beginning of 2018, 2017 when I was saying this, and there was not any good artist who had that quality. So I was like, man, I want to do something like this. And my friend actually told me, he was like, bro, or actually before I even wanted to, I just said, I wish someone would do stuff like this for CHH. And my friend was like, bro, you should. And long story short, I thought he was crazy, but I finally did. I started. And so my name came out of SoundCloud rap, wanting to be a rapper, wanting to be that kind of artist. And they, all their names are wild. So I was like, the name kind of was based off wanting to find something cool or unique and not really so much an in-depth meaning to it. So the number 8 does mean new beginnings, which that was the only part of the thing that I liked, and that's why I called my first project New Beginnings. But anyway, so that was kind of how the name was formed. But then, as time passes, as my sound changes, and as my life changes, the biggest change being a life change of really coming back to full dedication to God, switching my life up. I shaved my head, which is like a kind of quarter-life crisis moment, but and then making the EP, all that, I was like, you know what, man? I want to be myself. I feel like I've tried to be other people musically. I've tried to fit certain boxes as far as my sound goes, as far as my look goes, as far as my message goes. And it was like, I'm done with that. I just want to be whatever God created me to be, whatever he's called me to be. And that's who I want to be. So I feel like it just came with that of like, you know what, I'm just going to go by my name, and then I don't have to fit any box. I don't have to fit any expectations of what comes with all the other stuff I put out. It's just fresh start. Here I am. And, later in my career, and I'm going to say this hopefully, I'm going to say this with faith, but later in my career, when I'm more successful and kind of have a built-up fan base, I want it to be me that people are like, oh man, Christian's music, not an alias. A lot of people wouldn't care about that. I realize that, but I just, it was just a personal decision of I just want to be myself. And yeah, so I didn't have to. It's not that I had to. It's not that it's this super insanely deep meaning, but it was a decision that I wanted to make. A lot of people don't like it. When I first did it, I had some friends that were like, "Bro, come on, the other name was hard," but
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think of it?
So honestly, I'm going to be completely honest here. At first, I was not. I was like, well, good for Christian. It looks like he just went through some self discovery and like some realization, right? So good for you. That's what I was thinking. But then at the same time, I was like, NATO 8 was a really good name, though. Because like you know. So you said that it comes from 8 is like new beginnings, right?
Yeah.
So, did
Okay,
this
I'll tell you the full meaning of the name.
that 808?
Yeah, it's so corny, but I made beats before I ever made music. I made beats, and that's what I was selling beats. And, so then once I wanted to make a rap name, I was like, 808, man. NATO 8. And then I was like, what does 8 mean? And then, like, I kind of made a meaning around it. But, I mean, it's corny, so I didn't want to include
But, dude, I liked that. But, no, I'm really happy for you. I've gotten used to it myself. Like, my brother or my sister kind of has. But my brother is like, yo, it's NATO 8. And I have to correct him. I'll be like, it's Christian. Just say the name. Yeah. That's how I be. But, I'm happy for you. The name has already grown. I've grown accustomed to it. Like when Joey Vantes, right? Or Joey Vantes, however you want to say it. He did that, right? He was Joey Jewish originally. That was his name. And I was a fan of Joey Jewish. Now I can't imagine him going by Joey Jewish. I only can call him Joey Vantes because that's his name.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I used to listen to Joey Jewish when he was Joey Jewish, for sure. I haven't listened to him in a little bit, but that was when I found him. His name was Joey Jewish. But
I'd love to get an interview with you, Joey, if you're watching. But sorry, just throw off there. But that's all the questions I have for you, Christian. Thank you so very much for being here. And to everyone watching, you can stream Christian's latest self-titled project on any major streaming platform. I believe it's on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, just anywhere. It's an amazing project. Please, anybody and everybody listen to it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me and Christian on Instagram for updates on videos, music. And remember, there's 2 things I know. I know that Jesus is king, and I know that JT, me, knows best. See y'all next time.